Hello there, my beautiful Leos, and welcome to your daily reading for Wednesday, January 14th. Keep in mind that time is fluid, and Leo, this is your channel. We're going to start off this daily with a number to see what number Spirit is highlighting for you for the day, and you have 00 with I am observant. This card says, angels ask for your attention. Open your eyes, listen, and think about everything that is happening. Trust your intuition and follow their guidance without any delay. Focused inward through meditation and prayer. So, some of you born on a date that has a 0 in it, right? 10 or 30. Doesn't have to be, it's just the energy. You may start seeing zeros on license plates, billboards, social media. 0 is really that starting from scratch energy. Doing something that you've never done before is an energy that gets held with the number 0. And this card is specifically giving you I am observant. So they want you to be observant around this time. You could be very skilled in reading people and be able to read people's emotions and feelings and stuff like that. You also have this Moon and Scorpio card coming through that says transformation, a change in your emotional life. So a Moon and Scorpio energy is a very deep, intense transformation. Now, does it always have to feel intense? Not necessarily, but it could be something that was deeply seated. So the fact that you have this Moon and Scorpio energy coming through with that beautiful symbol of a butterfly, there is this energy of you being reborn. And you have 00 with that starting from scratch energy. Oh yeah, some of you could also be born on the 20th. It's like this card reminded me hey, wait, there is another date of the month that you could be born on that isn't the 10 or the 30th. All right, so you have 2 quantum oracles coming through with Behind the Mask and Kindred Partnership. One is an intention card with Behind the Mask, and one is a people card. You know what I'm feeling here with Behind the Mask coming through with an intention card? I feel like there is something that you're thinking about doing that you have not done yet, that you may not be telling other people about just yet. Some of you may actually decide to do it and then tell people about it, whatever it is. Doesn't have to be something that is super grand or super secretive, it could just be something. I feel like a fear-based breakthrough energy. If you always felt like you had to do something with someone or do something in a position where you feel like you needed assistance, I feel like you may come into a realization that you can do something on your own, where you may have always felt like you needed a companion. But with the people card of Kindred Partnership coming through, it does look like as you're in this energy of I can go out it alone, I can do anything in my own energy. Possibly there is something going on today or this week that you are doing on your own for the first time ever. And it's kind of like as you do that, it's like more people actually do want to be a part of your plans. They do want to be a part of your energy. When you learn how to have fun on your own, when you learn how to be your own good company and spend time with yourself and really, figure out ways to entertain yourself and things along those lines, it will gravitate people towards you. Because when you like spending time with yourself, that's the energy you're putting out there. So in turn, it will reflect in people wanting to spend time with you. So I feel like there's a transformation in your emotional being where you're more satisfied with solitude. And it's almost like doing that reverse effect where it's creating more people that want to be around you or want to be closer to you. So let's see what your Angel of Abundance card is, because it looks like this is about a deep-seated energy of an emotional transformation, something you're not fully telling just yet, and a gravitation of energy of person But we don't have anything about dollars or finance, career. Let's see if the angels of abundance give it to you. Abundant mindset. If you think of abundance as something that happens in the future, then it will always be one day away from you. See, feel, think, and speak of abundance as something you already have in the present moment. And that is what you will experience. You know, I actually have a story with this abundant mindset card coming in. I have a friend who, whenever we would go shopping or do something, and she would pick up an item and say, oh, I don't need this right now, but I'm going to get it for my future apartment. So my friend from the last 5 years, whenever we're doing something or somewhere that you could buy things or whatever the case may be, she always says, I'm going to get this for my future apartment. So in her room where she still lives at home, she has this corner of items for her future apartment. So she was living in the present. And then boom, literally, I think it's today, actually, or within the next 24 hours, that she is now receiving the keys to her first apartment. So I feel like that abundant mindset energy here coming in, that's a really good example, because a lot of the times it's well, if it's not in front of you, how are you supposed to live in the present moment of it, right? The analytical brain cannot make sense of that. The subconscious mind can. That's why it says mindset. It has to be a mindset. So I feel like for a lot of you, try that. You know, if you are a single Leo and you really want to find love, you really want to go on dates, you really want to experience, when you're out shopping for clothes, instead of buying all the clothes that maybe you would normally wear throughout the day, buy one item for a future date night. You know, things along those lines. And you'd be very surprised. You'd be very surprised. Even if it's something towards money, right? Get a fireproof safe box. If you have physical money that you save or physical money that you want to have to the side. Maybe there's nothing in there yet, but you're preparing for it. So let's see what your overall energy is from your tarot theme cards. We have Darkest Fears with the 9 of Swords. Yeah, so this is a mentality that is asking for you to come out of it. Some of you with this I am observant, you may observe your mind a little bit more than usual around this time. And it really does look like you're breaking through a fear. And it could be a very simple fear, right? It could be literally going to the movies by yourself. And you always felt like you had to go to the movies with somebody. Sometimes really, really simple things push the energy, right? I always give that example of when you throw a little pebble into a pond, and it creates that ripple effect, and other areas of the pond move, even though the petal was only dropped in this one area. So I feel like you breaking past some type of fear, maybe even there's fear of allowing people to get close to you. You know, you do have the People card with kindred partnership, could indicate that there is a transformation happening inside of you that will bring you a special connection or amplify a special connection that's already around you. So let's see. On the 9 of Swords, we have the Knight of Swords. This is it. That is that energy of cutting through the belief system, saying, I don't want to have this mindset anymore. I don't want to have this fear. I do not want to let my mind control me. So your overall energy is releasing mental control over spiraling. Where, you know, some of you may even have that moment where you may have been so used to overthinking things that when you don't overthink, it doesn't feel normal or natural because your body or your energy is so used to overthinking. What's coming your way for the day is the Strength card. Yep, beautiful. Self-control, literal mind control. Your influence, Leo, is the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, for some reason, this energy that is happening for you on an emotional and mental level is directly bringing you luck. Page of Pentacles, in your influence, a lot of you could be starting something new. And right underneath, behind the mask, it doesn't look like you're telling everybody this. Some of you are seeing somebody new and you're keeping it to yourself, right? Some of you are doing something that you've not done before. I don't know why I'm so stuck on like hearing, or I could just like see a movie theater, going to the movies by yourself type of energy. You know, I could also be feeling that because if you're new here, then maybe you don't know, but if you're somebody who's been here for a while, y'all know I love the Lord of the Rings. And there's like a 25-year anniversary thing going on where like they re-release it in the movie theaters. And it was funny because I was thinking about it. I was like, oh, I should go to that. But I was like, I don't really have anybody I think would be interested in it. So I'm probably just thinking of that here as an example because of it. But it doesn't necessarily have to be that, you know? A lot of people break the barrier and will go out to eat by themselves. Going out to eat, I feel like, would be a bigger one because there's more of like that social community where like at the movies, like people aren't really supposed to talk, you know? Unexpected energy for the day. We have the Fools, card number 0. Look at that. So you are taking a risk on something. And even though it could be a small risk, like going out to eat by yourself, or getting to know somebody, maybe it's a big risk. Whatever it is, it's going to bring you luck and it's going to bring you some type of like control over either yourself or a situation where in the past you didn't feel like you had much. Look at how beautiful it is. Yellow card, yellow card, yellow card, right? There is meaning for the background colors of these cards, right? Tarot has that color theory in it. So all positive energy coming through. Your advice is the world, completion of cycles. Allow the fear to be released. Allow a new world to open up for you, right? This is the last major arcana in the major arcanas, and the Fool would be the first one because it is 0. So it's the completion and the new beginning coming into your reading. And although you feel the need to keep it to yourself for whatever period of time, I'm sure in the future there will be a moment where you express it in whatever way, shape, or form. And your outcome is the Ace of Wands. There it is. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So like I said, there definitely could be a new person around you. Something new that has sparked your interest. Or just really taking that courageous step towards something with passion, with purpose, and Ace of Wands specifically, excitement. So whatever this is, you are excited about it. Whenever behind the mask intention card comes in, I always think of like the word don't want to, or the saying like don't want to jinx it, quote unquote. So there could be something here that is sparking your interest or giving you some type of feeling of positivity and excitement. And your energy doesn't want to like move too quickly, but it's definitely here. Page of Pentacles in your influence as well. You may get like a raise or a promotion or a bonus or get paid for something in the physical. So let's clarify this here for you, Leo. I really like this energy. I really do. Let's see. On the Strength card, which is your energy of what's coming your way with the High Priestess and the 7 of Wands. Yeah, so whatever you are deciding to keep to yourself, I feel like it is going to be helping you as well, because I feel like for some of you Leos, there could be this energy coming through where you may have been a very, I don't want to say, I'm trying to think of the best word for this. I feel like for some of you, you're trying to work on your sense of mystery. And like this type of energy is giving me, I don't want to volunteer information. I want people to ask me the information. It's like you want to see the interest shown in what you're up to or what you're doing or what you like or whatever the case may be without feeling like you just have to volunteer it up. So for example, kindred partnership, if there is a relationship in here or coming into your energy, it could be very new, right? And there could be that vibe of getting to know each other. It's almost like You want to be shown interest in people asking, opposed to you volunteering the information. And that could also be why you have behind the mask here. You're like, well, let people ask me the questions. Let people ask me how I'm doing. On the Page of Pentacles, with your influence, we have the Strength card. Yep. And the Five of Wands. Yeah. I really do feel like you may finally get like a promotion or raise, or finally get paid for something that you've been waiting to get paid for. And you may have been annoyed and not showing it. That could be something you've been keeping to yourself. But there could absolutely be new movement, new luck for your finances and career that you are also keeping to yourself. Let's see, on the Fool, with what's unexpected, this new beginning with the Four of Swords, the King of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. Yeah, so on a love romantic level, I definitely feel like somebody could be sparking your interest and emotion, where you could be excited about somebody where you may have not been that excited about someone in a while. And I also do feel like if you're in a relationship, there could be a renewed sense of excitement. That's if we're talking about partnerships. I feel like with this combination of cards as well, what's unexpected is that being attended to, that interest being shown, it being given without you having to ask again. Because this could be vice versa, where Leo, you may just be in a position where I've asked once, I shouldn't feel the need to ask again, whether it's for a promotion, a raise, a pay, effort, interest, whatever the case may be. It's like I feel this energy of like you're tired of either volunteering information, or like you're tired of like feeling like you have to repeat yourself. You're like, I'm not doing that no more. I'm transforming my emotional life, and the brain may have made you feel like you had to do that. On the World, with your advice, we have the King of Pentacles. Yeah. Stability. Focusing on stability. Focusing on your own energy of being grounded. And your outcome with the Ace of Wands is the Ten of Swords. Nice to the star. And the Justice card. Beautiful. So I really do feel like you have some luck coming in. If you meet anybody new or exchange words with somebody new, I definitely feel like it could either be like a strong friend or romantic partner that could be new coming in for you, Leo. Others of you, definitely a respark here, balance restored, feeling like you two are moving towards more healing, more hope, total new fresh start. I do feel if there's any newly single Leos here who are going through a breakup right now, or like a healing process, I do absolutely feel like you may find something that sparks your interest that isn't a person, but it's able to give you the healing you need. Now, for some of you, that made no sense, but I'll give you an example. Instead of going instantly into dating somebody new or seeing what else is out there, I always say this too. If you've been in a relationship that lasted a couple of months, it doesn't even really matter how long it was. It really just matters how deep you felt it. As you could feel something deeper for somebody in 3 weeks than you had for years. You know, I feel like if you are a newly single Leo, maybe you just got divorced, or maybe you just broke up with somebody, or vice versa, I feel like you may find a healing vice. So, for example, maybe you find a book. You finish the book and you're just like, wow, I needed that cry. I feel so much better. And I didn't even have to focus on what happened to me. All I had to do was read this book for it to amplify some emotions inside of me, for them to come out. Maybe you watch a show that hits you right in the feels. And you're like, wow, that's exactly what I need. I don't feel like it's that, it could be for some of you, but I feel like it could be like a creative outlet, or like a activity. You know, you may find healing and renewed self-love by going to the gym or starting to take walks or taking a class or painting. It's like something, and I feel this very strongly for, and I don't think I've ever said like newly single people, so it's coming out for a reason. If you're like newly single or divorced or something like that, and I say that with the Justice card there as well and the Ten of Swords, you're going to find something, a creative outlet, a book, a movie, a TV show, whatever it is, that really just brings you a unique sense of healing that you may even be surprised that it makes you feel better. So this is what I have here for you, Leo. You came out in the reading a lot. The Strength card is here twice, so Leo is here in your spread. You also have Aquarius and Libra, as well as Pisces, Virgo, and Scorpio. So pay attention to the zeros for sure. You even have the Fool with the 0 coming through as well. Let's get your ending oracle from the Moonology Manifestation Oracle cards. I will find this deck somewhere and figure out how to tag it. But this is the book cover if you want to just Google it. And your ending oracle is, wow, New Moon in Aries. Go for it. I really, see, that brings me back to the first download I got about doing something on your own. And that would circle back through to this creative vice, or this vice that's helping you heal. That may actually be you doing on your own, right? Going to the gym. You might not have somebody to go to the gym with you every single day. Painting. You may not be painting with somebody. You may be painting whatever on your own. But there's something here that I feel a sense of like courage or breaking through fear. And you know, for some reason, it's like this reading has given me the energy of like, maybe I should just go to the movies and watch The Lord of the Rings. Maybe I should just go, right? All right. Aries, New Moon in Aries. I don't know if I said that Aries came through, but Aries is actually the Fool card here, which is 0, which connects to your 0 here. And now you have New Moon in Aries with Go For It. This card heralds good news. Opportunities abound and the outlook is positive. Go through the doors that are opening up for you. There's every reason to believe you'll create what you want, even if you feel a long way from your goal. Keep going and be courageous. Chase your dreams with childlike enthusiasm. There's that excitement. And expect your desires to be satisfied. Don't sit around making plans. Take the action. This is critical. Chase your goal. Believe in divine timing. In love, make the first move if you dare. Financially, be proactive. This card is especially good sign if you need more courage or determination, or if you're chasing something or someone. Be driven, determined, take action, and ditch faint-heartedness. Your affirmation with this card is, I am on track, and soon I will ... And you know what's even crazier? Even though this reading is for January 14th, Wednesday, Aries energy does rule Tuesday, the day of Mars. And this reading is being released the day before, or I guess you could say the night before, on Tuesday. So this card does also give you an indication the best time to work your magic is when the moon is in Aries, or on a Tuesday, Mars's day, or during a Mars's hour. So if you're watching this during its release, then you got lucky, because you can use the next couple hours to light a candle, to manifest, to do whatever you want. Use the energy of Mars here with this new moon in Aries. And see, sometimes there is perks in watching the reading during the release, but I know a lot of the time some of you will wait, or you will wait until after the fact and see how it reflected from your day. This is what I have here for you, Leo. Thank you for being here and for watching. And since I brought it up, is anybody on here going to watch the re-release of The Lord of the Rings in the movie theaters? Is anyone going? It'll make me feel a little better, even though I guess I should take my own advice through the reading. You know what, reading? Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Have a nice solo movie date. And I don't think I've ever done that before. And I am a Leo moon and Mars, so I'm not surprised that sometimes the readings will connect to random things. Actually, random story before I close out this reading. Hopefully I have enough time on my camera here. It was actually last Wednesday's reading, which is creepy because this one's for this Wednesday. Last Wednesday, the 7th, I think the title was everything is like something is balancing out for you, like do nothing. I kid you not, that day, I couldn't believe it. I went back to the channel and I watched it because that doesn't happen to me all the time where readings will resonate fully. Maybe there will be like something from it, but that reading, the whole thing resonated. And it happened to me 3 different times that somebody called me or reached out to me all in that same day, Wednesday, January 7th, last Wednesday. So I don't know if any of you had that reoccurrence or resonating to the reading in that way, but it happened to me 3 different times. Somebody called me and there was a miscommunication on their end that didn't have to do anything with me, but it kind of did have to do with me. But I was like, that's not my problem. Like, y'all need to figure it out because this person told me one thing and now you're telling me something else. So y'all need to figure that out. And then boom, it was balanced on their own. And then there was another situation where I am a swim coach and the kids have to bus to the pool. And I told them I cannot go on the bus anymore. I just physically cannot do it. And they were having an issue because the person who usually does go on the bus couldn't go on the bus. And I was like, well, like I told you guys, I can't go on it. So y'all need to figure it out. But it did have to kind of do with me. And then boom, that was balanced out on its own as well. And there was one more thing that happened to me, but I literally my mouth was on the floor at the end of that day because I was like, I'm pretty sure I just lived out the reading that I did 48 hours ago. But that was last week and it was for Wednesday. So I guess I'm going to pay attention to Wednesday's readings for me as a Leo moon and Mars. I really try not to do that. I try to totally disassociate my energy as best as possible, but sometimes it happens. And I feel like if the energy truly is the energy, then that should probably happen, right? Especially since I do have strong Leo in my chart. So interesting. All right, that's my story. I feel like I haven't sat here and told y'all a story in a bit. So that's my rambling on of story. Thank you for being here and for watching, my beautiful, wonderful, amazing Leos. Have a great day or night wherever you are at in the world. And don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss readings from this channel. And I'll talk to all of y'all very, very soon. Bye now.